decent down here. The oven. I mean, it's like a fridge. Welcome to the fridge, everybody now. Welcome to the house of cold. It's like a fridge freezer. Two penguins behind me and a polar bear under here. I can see them somewhere. Oh, polar bear, where are you? Yeah, it's too cold for him. He's not coming out. What's that there, that one, yeah? Oh, she's put the fire. She's pinched the fire. She's got it herself. Except she put me in the freezing room. Bloody hair again. Oh, it's just really cold. Chest wheezing all. Fucking hell, what a nightmare. Nothing down here. She keeps moving everything all the time. Every time I go to pick something up, it's gone. She had me inhaler on here. The tablet in my chest. It starts coughing like it is now. Ever since I've had that C5 slice by the doctor, made a mess of me. Ram Raider, Scotty 1994, even mate. Been on for a while. Them as well. There she is. She's just on the phone. I think she lives on that phone. Peter DeVox. Both good today. You both are good today. Thank you very much, mate. Trevor Illingsworth, hope you're okay. Monty 16 Valve. Freedom, always a pleasure, brother. Love you all the world. Emma Chat, I hope you all had a good day. Yeah, it's just freezing cold, isn't it, today? It was nice this afternoon. Then it's just coming at the last couple of hours. Like about 4 o'clock, it started getting cold. Or Man United had a good result the other night, even though they played crap. You can't believe they're only 6 points off the top, and they played shit. Mad, isn't it? But they play Man City. I don't think they'll get beat. I don't think they'll beat Man City. I think they're a million miles away. Fucking, they're on the fucking Starship Enterprise, aren't they? Man City at the moment. I think they're going to win for the next 5 years or so. What else is on? Come on. Coffee. If anyone wants to buy a coffee, hit the link below. Freedom. Don't forget to push the like button. There's only 33 on. There's only 5 push the like button. Come on, guys. It's going to be good tonight. It's going to be about prison. We're going to learn some kids on here, who young kids are going. I think it's great going to prison. It's because the dads have been. That was one of the attitudes of a lad. He got 99 year. Ricky is from up towards Durham. I can't remember. He was on my show. And in his head, because his dad went to jail, he wanted to be just like his dad, because his dad got lives off when his mentality was a kid. And he ended up getting 99 year rep, 99 year in jail. He didn't do that much, but he did a lot. Got himself in trouble quite a few times, but he's doing really good. He's got a gym now. He's training people, teaching kids not to follow the life of crime, because it's not the way to be. So I was looking at the statistics, as if you know what I do. Before I come on, I always check my stuff. And £48,000 a year to put somebody in jail for a year. But that's not counting the judge. No, let's work it out. Say the burglar house, just for talking sake. So then you've got to get the locksmith out. You've got to get somebody to put the window back in. So somebody knows how to fix windows, the locksmith, there's 2. You've got your insurance money, people. Then you've got the police to phone. And then you've got the police that arrest them. And then you've got a probation officer. And then you've got a social worker. And then you've got the courts. You've got the clerk. You've got the group 4 security. You've got the solicitors. You get 1 or 2. And then if you go to the bigger court, you go with a barrister. A barrister, some of them are on 2 or 3 grand an hour. Yes, 2 or 3 grand an hour. Some of them are paid by the state. These barristers, some are on fortunes, unbelievable money that they're on. They'll do a case, they'll be in there 3 or 4 days, and they'll come away with 21 grand. So there's 48 grand plus all their wages. You're talking over £100,000 to put somebody in jail for a year who's broke into a window or something in a house or something. The damage they've done is not as great as the money what's going to cost them in jail. So they might have done, say, £100 of the damage, but the people who've got the house are insured anyway. But I know it's not right, but all that money wasted, £100,000 to put somebody in jail for smashing a window or trying to break in a door or breaking the car, pinch a car, and they get caught, chase the car and crash it. They get put in jail for a year, so they pinch the car again. There's more insurance and stuff. So there's £100,000 a year at least to keep somebody in jail just for a minuscule crime. It's not like a murder or something like that. So I was talking to the mayor. He's not now. I think he's just got retired. I think he's just got the sack. I'm sure he has. And I was speaking to him about what they do in a course where, say, you went to jail and you got you automatically got to say a 2-year jail sentence. You would be given a choice to work, say, go what they do in Holland and places like that. What they do in Holland and places, and Germany and places like that. So shut up! Dogs drive me mental. And what they do is, if you're in a white collar crime, say, I don't know, whatever, some white collar crimes they would call it, which is nothing where you've hurt somebody bad or anything like that. So what they do is, they let you, which end up supposed to work better, just put them upstairs. They're barking all day long, non-stop. So what they do is, they let you go, I can't fucking think saving them. They let you go to prison, you go to jail. I can't do the live. Can't do it like that, going non-stop. Rest in peace, Dave Courtney. Yeah, I seen last night later on when I was up to about 4 or 5 in the morning, couldn't sleep. Him, dog biting me again in the middle of the night, side of my bed. A little bastard he is. That's sorry for swearing, but that's what he is. Little bastard. He likes no bother. He's a nightmare. He's only 9 weeks old. So if you go in Holland, you go to jail. So for what they do in Holland is, say you've got a job, and I think it's a great idea. So you go to jail in Holland and some other places, and you have to pay for being in the jail. So whatever you get done for, say you're in there for like a year or 2 years, you go in, you're allowed to go, you go to jail, you're allowed to get up, which is what I think is a brilliant idea. You get up in the morning and you say you've got a job, you work in British Steel or something, you're allowed to get up out of your work, get into a car and drive to British Steel, work till 4 o'clock, and then come straight back to the prison and stay there. And I reckon it's 10 times hard to do, because every night you're out and you're going home, you could probably try and pass your house or something. And it's 10 times harder, they say, because you're going home, not going home after work. So, but they're letting you, the reason why they're doing that is you can still pay your mortgage, you can still pay your gas, your electric and everything, because you're still getting your money. So your money goes to your wife or your partner, whatever, to the woman in jail. So the money said the state doesn't have to pay anything. You have to pay yourself for being in jail. You have to pay when you get out for the time you've been in, the time you've been in. So you might be in 6 months, but you don't lose your job. And when you lose your job, you come back out. Your wife's on the dole, you're on the dole, you might have lost your house, you've got a private house. But this way, they don't lose their house. They've still got, Timmy B, bless up, bro. Yeah, thanks, Peter's Vox, Ram Raider. A few more coming in the chat. Timmy B, what's Sunday's about? It's about prison, mate, freedom. Getting caught and going to prison. So we're on about a place like Holland where they let you go to jail. You say you get 2 years in jail, and you still keep your job, but you've got, say you work outside in a, I don't know, whatever you work in a factory or whatever, and you get money every week, and it's going towards a monthly month towards your mortgage and your bills and your electric and your gas and your food and your kids in the school for the kids, and a car what you drive. You're allowed to have a car if you have to drive to work. They let you get up in the morning from in prison, they give you your breakfast, you get in the car, you drive to work, you work at work all day, say from 8 in the morning until say 6 at night, whatever, and you drive back to the prison. You go in there, you have your tea, and then you have association, then you go to bed the next day, you get back up. So that way the state's not paying something like $100,000 a year to keep somebody in jail or more by the time you pay solicitors, barristers. You've even got doctors, you've got social workers, you've got fucking probation officers, you've got judges, you've got fucking the police, like I say, all these things all gone to average $48,000 a year to put somebody in a cell just in home house. £48,000 a year comes out of taxpayers' money. So I'm sure we could do some better than that. Something like they do in Holland and places like that, where you go to work still and go to work with the job you've got. And then you're not going to be thinking, well, I'll better go to that place, I'll do this, better get out, because you've got a job to go to, because you're already going to the job and you're still keeping your job. And that's what they're doing in Holland and places like that, and other places in Europe where they're not just putting people in jail and leaving them there. Because what happened is you go and say bagel somewhere, the alarm goes off, the police catch you, the man in the shop phones the police. They put to pay for everything, like the bagel alarms, insurance companies. So anyway, then the police catch you, they put you in the back of the van, handcuff you, take you down. Thank you, Fair Freedom. Thank you very much. God bless you, mate. Anyone else wants to donate, just it's on here somewhere. It's a challenge just to keep it running. Appreciate anything. So yeah, so 15. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. That means a lot to us. Makes people look at it and think, well, they must be talking sense on here, or they wouldn't be pushing the like buttons. Push up the big licks. So you get nicked. So you end up you go down the police station, everything there so many hours, you wait for a solicitor, maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, whatever you wait. You talk to the desk sergeant and put you in front of him. Then they take your fingerprints, they do a DNA swab test in you. They ask you for all these different things. You don't say nothing till you get a solicitor brief or a solicitor before you say anything. You have the right to remain silent. And if you need an attorney, we can put one up. We can get one for you from the state, and that's what they do. So you might as well have that because you get it free. But it still has to be paid. So this is where the money gets bigger when you pay. Racing Lady, you're a legend. Thank you very much, Paul Cresswell, Rich T Biscuit 78. Thank you. Oh, guys, no one's pushing the like buttons. So you go in the they put you in the cell. You wait for your solicitor comes. You go and sit in there. She's gonna have a 15 minutes or 10 minutes with my client. So she'll come or he'll come. They go in the room. The camera gets turned off. There's no bugs in there. And they're not allowed to bug you against the Home Office approval. You have to get to do that. And then they'll ask you the questions, what you've done. So you tell your solicitor what's happened. You'll say, what do you think my chances are? And they'll say, yeah, they always say, you could get 2, 3 years, 4 years. Usually, you're probably going to get from a caution or you'll get off. So they always say 2 or 3 years or 4 years. The only reason why they say that is when you get up and they go, oh, I only got a caution, he's brilliant. I was going to get 4 years, he said. You're never going to get 4 years. So it's a little bullshit thing like this. Unless you know the solicitor well, you know the law well. So you're in there and you have to give. You don't have to. You can remain silent. But if you haven't done something, and you haven't done it, you better do a statement, and you can tell exactly where you were, what place you were, what place you were at. But if you have done it, just do no comment, because it'd be like having a gun, empty gun. You ask you a question, you answer it, then you put the bullet in the gun. So there's a bullet in the gun now the police have got. So every time you answer a question, you put, like, were you in that area? Yes. So there you put yourself in the area. Do you have a black car? Yes. So you keep answering the question, just go no comment, no comment, no comment. And they can't make you say anything. Well, that's what the police do. If any inspector, chief inspector, barrister, solicitor, lawyer get arrested and they're guilty of something, they go no comment all the way through it, and you have the right to do that. But if you were 100% innocent, you've got witnesses where you were actually in a pub and just a camera on you, you were in places, you get away with it. But what they do then is, then they take it, what goes then, it goes to, everything goes through, no matter if there's a chief inspector in that police station, the highest person at that police station, when you're in there is the desk sergeant. The desk sergeant doesn't come any higher or lower, his wages stay the same, and he's the one you want to be polite to, because he's the one who decides whether you can go home or stay. It's not up to the chief inspector, it's not up to the fucking MPs, it's up to that one desk sergeant in there, the main desk sergeant. You'll get a main one, usually in the 50s, 60s, really experienced. And tell them if you've got paranoia, panic attacks, or that, and tell them they'll look after you that way. But 82 watching, guys, don't forget, push the like. 95 now, nobody's putting the like buttons. I'm fucking chinning you. I'll be going to jail for knocking all you out in a minute. 95 on, so you get put in the cells, and then what they do, they do the due diligence. They go out and do a little bit of work. They'll go around to places, they'll ask this person, they'll see a camera view on camera, they'll get the evidence, they'll go around and ask the shop thingy, what did he look like? The shop, say it was a shop you broke into, he had 5'4", slim build, he had a scar on his face, he had a worst thing, if you've got gold teeth or you've got tattoos on your face, worst fucking thing you never do, because you picked out the lineup on Matt in a second. Lord Henry, thank you for coming on again, brother. Timmy V, Papa Lazarenko, Paul Cresswell, Freedom's on there, Timmy, yeah, everyone's coming on now. Everyone's starting to push the like buttons now since Timmy's come on. I don't want to touch this. I don't touch. I'll just leave that on. I don't know if you can see that. So then what happens? They gather all the evidence. They'll go around this place, that place. They'll go your address, your abode, which is your address. You have to give your name and address by law. If you don't give your name and address by law, they can hold you and remand you as a hostile witness, or you can be arrested as well. You can be held as a dumb prisoner where you don't speak. You can not say I'm just say like that, but by law you have to give your name and address. If the police ask you under a suspicion of an incident, you have to give your name and address. So you could just say, well, I'm no fixed aboard. You could just make that up and just say, that's what I used to say. I'm no fixed aboard at the moment. The girl I was going out with, fell out with her last week. I'm not the address, and she's moved from the address when I went back round. You just got something in your head ready, because you're in them cells for about 5, 6, 7, 8 hours after the process, yeah. So you're in there. So what they do is then the cops will come back and say, right, we've got your fingerprint on the door of the car. We've got your fingerprints on the letterbox. We've got your DNA has come back. You've cut yourself on we've got the saliva, you spit it on the floor. So they can catch it all, so they can find a hair follicle and match it straight away. So they match everything together and put it together, and then they give it back to the desk sergeant. He looks at it and thinks there's enough here to charge him, but we're going to go for they used to go for, with me, they always go for a fucking remand, no matter what it is. I get remanded for driving a car driving a car, dangerous driving fast. I got remanded, got nicked by the ambulance fucking response, aeroplane going round. About fucking 20 odd coppers there with them Uzi jeeps all around. Ambulance response nicked me 6 o'clock in the morning in my mum's caravan for a driving offence. Took me to the fucking police station. Within an hour, they had me at the court. Within an hour of being in the court, 3 hours of being nicked, I was in fucking Durham. 3-4 hours I was in Durham. That's how quick they want me away, because they can do what the fuck I want. They have the power to do it. And because of what it wasn't what I did. Because it was a driving offence, 4-year ban, never hit anyone, never caused an accident. All had my insurance, tax, tested insurance, MOT. I said I was in fear of my life because they had firearms pointed out the window, and there was some fear they were going to shoot me. So anyway, I pleaded guilty as well. And I still got fucking that. I got put to eight different jails I've got put in. So if you get that reputation and they're scared of you, they don't like you, they'll try and fucking hammer you with a bigger sentence. So what they were doing with me, they were trying to get me like 20 years of racketeering, murder charges, attempted murder charges, threats to kill, armed robberies, kidnappings. They'll get me for all these things. But I was getting up because the people who allegedly did it to would go and say, oh, no, I never done that to me. So I'd get off with it. But when you're caught, like a shopkeeper gets you, and your DNA is there, and you can't do that about it. So you're better off pleading guilty. If you're looking at a 3 year, you'll get a year knocked off, you get a third knocked off your sentence. So what happens then? So you go to court and you go in front of a magistrate. It's always magistrate first. You can't go to the Crown first because that precedes it. So if you're going to get more than 2 years in a magistrate, they can't give you 2 years, up over 2 years. They can give you just 2 years. You can't get any more. So it has to be referred to the Crown then. So it'll get referred to the Crown, which is the Crown Court judges, ones with a wig on, all that shite in their fucking gowns and everything. So and then you start getting a bit scared because it's a big place. You can get life off in them places. So don't forget, push like buttons 37, the 100 on for listening. So then what they do then, they take you from there. If you do get remanded, they'll take you to a prison, which would be your local jail, which would be Home House where I live, or Durham. Sometimes they put you away from where you live because I'm in this area and the old screws of where I live. They all know them, so I now go to Home House. Not them say fucking boat to me. There's fucking 900 people in there, prisoners, and nearly every single one of them know me. Most of them work for me on the doors of the sons and things like that. So I know all the naughty lads in there. Screws just let me do what I want in there when I go in the. So it's not like a prison for me. It's like fucking like a room, just fucking like a hotel. But it's still a horrible place to be because you're away from your family. Now, if you've got kids, you've got 3 or 4 kids or something. You may have a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. You can get a visit off your missus. Just when you get into prison, you can get a visit the next day. I think it's like an emergency visit, you used to call them. I can't remember exactly. You have to phone up and you put in for an application. I can't know it again. You put in for I can't remember what it's called now. For like to come to the prison. I can't remember the name of it now. And you go in there and you come in with it, and then you give it to them on the desk, and then you go through it all. But you've got to take something like a birth certificate or a passport, If it's out of date by one day, they'll say, even though it's got your face and the dates and all that, they'll give you it back. You won't be able to go in. So you've got to go with something, then they'll search you. The people will go in and get searched. The women will take them in the other room and like strip search you down. And if you don't let them strip search you, you won't get a visit. If you kick off with them, you won't get a visit, it'll be refused. If you're a prisoner and you're on the other side and they say, oh, we're not letting them in, and you start kicking off with them, they'll refuse you visits. You'll get visits where you're behind a screen, so you can't cuddle your kids and you can't cuddle your wife and all that stuff. But if you're all right and you can't kick off, you'll get a visit. So you get a visit for about, I think it's roughly about an hour. You'll go in there, there's three people can sit at the table, and you'll be on a yellow chair, I think it is, the other one's a green. You sit at the table, they'll come in, and you'll have a thing stamped on you. But why don't do that with a ultraviolet light? And you'll have a prison shirt, it's blue and white stripes, and you've got jeans on, so you just look like a prisoner if you escaped. And said, there's a prisoner escaped, in Stockton. They just look for a blue and white striped top, the height, the build, and the jeans and the shoes you wear. So you're in there. So before you go in anyway, so when you first go in, you go in and go blah 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 Cockerill, yeah, that one there you go through. It's like a place. It's like fucking cattle market. So you'll go in, you'll go and see the nurse, they'll check your wrists to see if you cut your wrists, ask you if you've got any suicidal tendencies, got any mental health illnesses, schizophrenia, anything like that. So if you tell them yes, blah, don't not tell them the truth. But they don't give you that type of medication in there. What you get out, you don't get sleeping tablets. You're not even allowed an inhaler, because you can get off your head on a blue inhaler. You know, inhaler for people like me for asthma, but you need them. They won't let you have one. You're not allowed to have inhalers. You're not allowed to have the other ones with the powder in, because people have like 20, 30 goes and get off their head on them. So all the types of medication you get out here, you can't get in there. Like opiate stuff, so they're very, very hard tablets. They give you different ones on there. They're more like painkillers than out else. But they don't make you see people in agony, and you see them on the what do you call the fucking, not the morphine, the other stuff, I can't remember what it's called now. The other stuff that they take. Someone remind me what it's called. Methadone, that's it, methadone. Beyond the methadone. And so what they do is, I've gone right on now. I just rushed a tea, like a lunatic down me. So you go on the methadone. You're on the methadone, and what they do is you ask to see the doctor, and you see the doctor, and they'll put you on your number, and they'll come round and they'll have little tubs. You go to the doorway before you go out in the morning. You go through, and they'll give you medication. So just before all that, you'll go in the reception. You'll go in, they'll give you 2 pair of underwear, 2 pair of socks, 2 vests, t-shirt, prison shirt. I just get what I wanted. Every day I'd have new shirts hanged up on my fucking thing. Ironed everything off the lads who worked in the reception, lads who worked in the where they ironed them in the laundry. And I put on my dog when I got up in the morning. And you go in, you get a pair of shoes, fucking horrible, or a pair of trainees, like the prison trainees, fucking horrible. So you get a room. If you're good, you get a telly, you get a remote control with it. If you're a Muslim, you don't get remote control because of the terrorism threat with it. So they're not allowed to have remote controls, which is it's just the rules they've got. And then you go in your room, and then you hear that fucking door slam, and you go and you jump. I've jumped a few times. You fucking hell, I'm in jail. Fucking hell, back in here again. You just sit there and you fucking tears in your eyes because you've only missed your mum, your dad's maybe poorly. Your daughter's birthday's next month. Your brother's fucking getting at christening. You can't go to the kids. So you miss out all the christenings. Your kids come up to see in the visit. You'll see them, and I've had tears run down my face, mate. I've seen young kids, Dad, I want you to scream and hold on the legs and screws having to pull the kid off, and the mum's pull them off. It's fucking terrible. Honestly, this does it fucking horrible. So you're in there. If you're getting 10 years or something, your kid you're in there, you'll probably do half of that, which is 5 years. You might get out for 4. So 4 years, if they're 4 years old by the time you get up to 8. So you've missed all them years. I've seen them learn to swim, learn to walk. Probably some might only be 5, 6 months old. So you miss the kid growing up. So you miss 5, 6 years. Some people get 10, 15 years. So you miss all them memories. You're never going to be able to get them back. So is it worth it? Fucking going, getting into trouble, selling drugs, getting into fights with idiots, getting locked up. But you can go to college and learn a trade. You can go these places, you get help. You don't need to fucking burgle and rob and get on drugs and everything. Just fucking people go on drugs are not right in the head, same as I wasn't. Fucking mental. You start selling them, you start taking, you think you're great. The next minute, you get addicted to them, and then you start fucking. You've got nothing left. You just keep spending all your money on fucking shit. So then you have to get in the fights to rob people to take drugs, and you're just in a vicious circle. You're back in jail, you're back out. You're in jail, you're back out. The kids never see what's going on, and your kids have left school by the time, and they resent you, your kids, because they think you've done 50. I'm 16-year-old now, and I've only seen you 3 years out of 16 years, because you've been back and forth in jail. So don't be selfish. Don't get into that fucking burgling, robbing, selling drugs, getting into trouble. Go to college when you're 15, 16-year-old watching this. They themselves, it's not a nice place. It's about 8 foot, 12 foot. You've got a bit of it. You've got a telly in. You've got a chair. You've got a sink. You've got a bed, like a single bed. The beds are fucking horrible. The mattress is horrible. I had 3. You get a board on the wall where you can stick pictures on. I used to take them off the wall. Scrooge just said, "You're not supposed to." Just let. I said, "Give us another one of them." My fucking back's killing me. I can't lay in that. I was 24 stone, so I used to put 2 pieces of wood, like that thick, like a hardboard stuff, and put that under my mattress. It was fucking horrible. The beds are them old-fashioned beds from the old days, and when in the 1940s, 50s, and on the kids' beds in the hospitals. They're not new beds, right? You won't get out of here, and all that stuff, and you have to get up when they say. And the alarm, you're in bed, fucking 5 o'clock in the morning. You have to go out, and then you have to fucking go on the yard. If you want to go on the yard on association, you can. If you don't want to. You don't have to. You get a few magazines or a book once a week. You get your visits. I can't remember your visitors now. I remember before, years ago, you could get a visit every day, and you could have Kentucky's brought in and chicken, all that, and Speedy and all them fucked it up. Smalling all them Speedies fucked it up with no mouse because they had a fight. Brian Charrington, the one who was a supergrass, they battered him in the jail, and they stopped everyone coming in. They used to come in with fucking Chinese and all sitting at the table eating, and they weren't bothered. But once they kicked off, smashed half the fucking jail up, they stopped it. So I think it was like twice a week. I think we were on remand. You get visits. I think it was, but once a week. I think it is when you're convicted. Some place you only get. When I was in Hawick, you only got one visitor. You get one a week when nobody could come. It was that far to go. It's fucking miles. It takes about 3-4 hours to get there and 3-4 hours to get back. Middle of fucking nowhere. So you get these fucking shit jobs off them. You get fucking working in the laundry, which is probably the best job because it's nice and warm. The canteen's not a bad job, but I had people in the canteen giving me food, giving me fucking screws, just giving me sausage and bacon, get what I wanted when I went down. But there was no trouble on the wings when I was on, and kept it right. I didn't just do it for the screws or for myself. I did it for fucking the people in there. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have a fight with him. And there was 2 kids coming back from it. So you get a lot of trouble on the people buy. What people do is they'll get Subutex tablets on tick, and they're low money. So tell me, my girlfriend's up on a visit, so she'll come up on the visit and give him the gear. And they don't want to give the gear because they want it for themselves. So they might go in 3 Subutex. She might give him 20. They might give him 1 or something. So you start fighting. You owe me fucking 3. I want the fucking 3 of them because they're about £80 or £100 each in there. Little tablets, what the tin foil takes. He's on them every fucking day. And some people get them. They last a full week. He takes 4 and 5, 6, 7 a day. That's why you overdosed. So then you'll tell them. So I was coming back, and you're coming back into home house. Hey! Another dog's at it now. Rebecca Ferns. Be like. So you was coming back, and they both started fighting. Now I'd fucking behave, and the screw woman, she's about 40-year-old, she's like scared. 2 lads about 25-year-old. And then you were like biggish lads, not that type of biggish, about 12, 13 stone. To them, they were about fucking 8 stone. The old bloke was about 50-odd-year-old. And he was like, to me, I don't know what to do. Shit yourself. But listen, if you behave now, if I stop these fighting now, you will let them go back to the cells and not nick them, because they nick you. You go down to the governor, you get more jail, you get put in the block, you tell you took off you and everything. So if you don't charge them and get them arrested, get them nicked when they go back to the cells, I'll stop the fight now. I'll get back to yourselves, go and fuck off now. Anyway, they come on the yard, they 2 young lads, and said, look, thanks for that. You know what? We'd have been down the fucking block for a week with no telly and nothing, so thanks, Brian. You need out at normal, like, so. But when you're young and daft, you just don't think you'd like to want to fight straight away, crackers. But when you get older, you sit back and think, it's like It's like the snake. It's like the what is it? The hare and the tortoise in it. So the hare can run faster than the tortoise, but the tortoise still gets there at the end. Any questions? Heroin substitute? Yeah, that's what a lot of people say. Yes, it's like it's heroin. That's what the Tin Man's on, the fake author. He's been on them for fucking. He's been on them since he's 15-year-old. He first went to jail, Boston, when he was 15 because he was selling that shit, the brown stuff, all over Edmonton, Cove and Young, and he got kicked off the estate. But that Kevin kicked him off the estate. And that's when he started his grassing, because he was working with people selling that stuff. He was infiltrating them, getting in with them, and making statements to the police. And that's how the little scumbag become who he is, a little grass. He's been chased off every single estate in Teesside because he's a little snitch. He's been chased right out of the whole of Teesside now. But that's what he was doing, getting in with the people, buying gear, and then saying they're selling to that house. They've got gear coming tomorrow. He's doing all that, and he was one of the ones dropping the stuff off to them. Known little snitch. So yeah, so they take another one called Spice. Now I know the main prison officer. He's not a bad bloke. He bought my book. I mean, him and his wife's there. One of the ones that knock you, an anesthesiologist. She's one of them, and he's one of them who has to come round. So he said to me, most of the prisons are blocked up with the ambulances because people are on Spice, and when they're on the Spice, they'll go, "Yeah, boss, smell that," and he'll go, and the screws will pass out, and a few of them have had massive heart attacks on it. It's fucking lethal. So what they have to do, they have to shut down that part of the wing. They bring 2 or 3 ambulances, and they have all the rubber gear on and everything, like fucking The Walking Dead, with all the fucking where the walking people are dead, and you have all the masks and stuff. It's like fucking nuclear fucking boards being there, and they go through like spacesuits on, and they go in. They've got to check everything. It takes about 5-6 hours to do it, to go each room and check, make sure there's nothing in there. They do the blood test on them, they do their eyes, they do the chest, they do everything to make sure, because loads of people die on them fucking Spice. It's horrible stuff. Thing I would never seen somebody before. He was on it. I said, "They're like, what the fuck's wrong with him?" He said, "He's pissed. I went to get out now." He said, "No, he's off his own Spice. He got ran over twice, fully battered. Boom, car hit him about 40 miles an hour. Green light. He walked in front of the green light, and the fucking car hit him. Knocked him over, and then he jumped up. He started trying to fight the bloke, and the car tried to pull his window open. And another bloke jumped out and helped to have a go. He's had to go with him, threw him all over. And the cop cars come. Another cop car in a van. It took about 6 coppers to get him in the back of the thing, so it makes you go fucking schizo. You don't know what you're doing or where you're at. Fucking crazy. And you can punch them and hit them and bang them and shoot them, and you can still keep getting back up like the Walking Dead. A horrible drug trap mafia. Thank you for coming on, mate. Rilez, is it Rilez? Yeah, mate, thanks for coming on. Yeah, so you're in that jail, and then if you're in your jail where you live, it's not so bad. But when they ship you like to Liverpool, fucking you don't know anyone in there hardly. Or they ship you to Durham, you don't know anyone. Or they ship you from Liverpool to Durham. So they keep, sometimes if you're a big name, they put you away from where you can get control of the jail, because they don't like people like myself in home house, because I'd have control of the jail, and they know that. But it's not a nice place to go. It isn't, honestly, because it's a shit place. To be free, people look at these people were slaves years ago, in 400, 500, 600 years ago, and they had to go from one part of the south to the north to get away from it, to give their lives to be free. And people, we are just giving ourselves up by doing some daft on the pipe, so knocking out, breaking the jaw, and getting 3-4 years for it, sitting in a cell for fucking 3 years or something. Well, the days pass by, you miss people, and then people die, like your uncles, your nephews, kids die and things like that. And you can't, sometimes they won't let you go to the funeral. When Duffy died, they wouldn't let me go to the funeral. Because I wasn't related to them, they wouldn't let me go. But that's what it's about. But it's not a good place to be, jail. It isn't. And it was a good place. You could go in, everyone had a laugh, everyone helped each other with stuff. You'd have boxing little bits of training in the park. You'd have lots of sit-ups and press-ups and bare peas and all that stuff. You'd all get on. Everyone would help each other. There was nobody fucking bullying people. It's just full of bullies now. It's like there'd be 5 or 6 in a gang, grab one lad and take his money off him, take his gear off him, just to be on that Spice. Because once you're on it, you're fucking nightmare to get off. It's horrible. Yeah, it does run the jails, mate. Even, you know who brings it in? Do you know who brings it in? Who do you think brings the drugs in? I'm asking you to support. Who do you think brings the drugs in? Like the most? Every jail I've been in, I know the answer straight away. Anyone know? Who brings the drugs in the most to the jails? Anyone tell me? Oh, don't worry about that, Adam. Don't worry about that, mate. Fucking hell, don't worry about that, mate. 104, is it? 104, was it? 112, 146. Just push the like button, that's all I want. Don't worry about that, son. Timmy B, well, I'll tell you, the fucking usually the gym screws. I'm telling you now, it's all the gym screws are the security screws. They run the jail. They've got the security. So I've been in like Habrick, and the main one now was a gym screw to bring steroids in, sell it to the lads. He's bringing all sorts in. There was a fucking woman in there, in one of them. She was a scouse. She was having sex with all the young scousers. She had a fucking bed in the fucking place where she's supposed to help them work. And in Habrick, she got the sack. They had to take her out of the jail. Her husband and everything got sacked. James Jameson, Ram Raider, Hangman Audits. Hey, Hangman Audits. Yeah, the screws. Why is everyone writing the screws? Because it's them who do it, mate. The screws are the prison officers. So mainly the ones of, not just the normal screws and the women ones, because they can plug it in the thing. So they plug the gear in like a little fucking, like a plastic thing, not as big as a Kinder Egg, but like that, or they'll put it in a latex glove or something, and they'll just put a bit of Vaseline and push it in. And that's how the prisoners do. They'll put it in the backside, the little leg, put it in the backside, and they'll have all the tablets in the little leg. And then when they go in the thing, they'll shit it out and bring it out. But bringing it on a visit is very hard now. So people used to kiss each other. Or they'd say, "Hey, you fucking looking at?" So everyone would look around there, and then you put everyone would pass the gate over. It was always like staged how we do it. But they're on it now because the thing is they've got cameras up now, so you can't do it. It's hard to do. I used to get me visits, and the screws weren't bothered. I used to get a 3 mil syringe, just test, Decker, and sussed. I'd stick me that ass out and stick the fucking needle in my ass and don't stick it in. And Mr. Mac was the head screw. He was the head of the security screws. He didn't give a fuck. He used to mean monkey lines just to get have our steroids on the visit. It was once a week. And we used to train in the gym, but I didn't drink, he drank. I got him Bacardi, whiskey, and everything at Christmas. We had ecstasy in there, we had fucking cannabis, we had every fucking thing in the cell. Because they run the jail, but we run the jail really. For the people, the big names, the big knobs who've got the power in the out. Because they know they can't fuck with us, because they know we know where they live. We know the areas they're in. So there's always a few, but you always get like a daft cut, like some of the women ones, I'm not being racist, or sexual, whatever you call it. Some of them really fucking work themselves. Like, we're about 9 stone, they're trying to be clever. Same as police women, the same fucking idiots where the cop men are not as bad as the women, I don't think. I think the women should be sort of arresting women and the men should be arresting men because, you get these young lads, just give them a fucking slap. Edgar Lee, mate, the screws. Well, I seen a documentary down south and they were undercover. They were in prison, pretending to be. They were policemen undercover, and they were videoing them all doing it. Some of them making 3, 4, and 5 grand a month screws. That's how big it was, right? And some of them would just say, "Listen, we know where your son goes to school to. We know where your fucking wife goes. We know she's a school teacher. We know you live at 22 Sheraton Park. You'd be working for us." And if you say no, they'll just fucking burn your house down, or come round with a gun and let you see they know where you live. They'll go, "All right, Peter, how's your son Thomas?" "All right, Thomas, son." We'll just walk, won't hurt you. But psychologically, he fucking knows where I live. He knows the school where my son's at. He knows where my wife goes. Well, she's a school teacher, or she's a nurse, or whatever. And they know, and you have no choice. And if you don't do it, you've got to go to the police. The police will move you and put you in another area, move you right on the other end of the country. Happens every day of the week, I'm telling you now, especially in big places like Manchester, Liverpool, Newcastle, places like that where there's big prisons, London, places like that. They're just, even little places like where we live. If you know someone where they live, which I wouldn't do that in a million fucking years, I hate the fucking things, drugs in jails, because it's nearly always fucking heroin stuff, cannabis and heroin and fucking shit like that and spice. Years ago it was just tack, wasn't so bad, but now it's all the fucking brown stuff and mainly the Subutex, because it used to be 10 G6 they were called, little 2.2s I think they were called, and you'd have to crush it up, and people used to put it in the backside, and you could smell the poo on the things, they said, when they had them. I never touched things like that. I've never touched heroin in my life. That's the Tin Man stuff. He fucking loves it. Papa TUC, they're calling it in. Literally just want about something terrible. Yeah. Timmy B, yeah, the screws do it. They're fucking there. There was a screw. I can't tell you his name because obviously he was in Habrick and he used to bring the steroids. Like I said, and he'd have lads. Obviously, they were looking after him, and he was doing it to make money. But the lads he was getting off were big time fucking dealers from not Carlisle, further out. I think it was Kendall. I think they were from. And they had it boxed off in there, and there was about 600 prisoners in there. It's like a Cat C jail. So that's another thing you've got, like a Cat A. Your Cat A is like where you're a dangerous prisoner, where you're in a Cat A jail, top security, and then you've got the Cat B jail, B and C in one it can be, and then you've got the Cat C jail, which is the semi-open one. You get open jails as well. So there's different categories of jails. A Cat A, double Cat A jail is like top security. Like Whitemore and places like that, on the Isle of Wight, places like that. But the other ones, like Liverpool, like a Cat B, Cat C. But they can just put you anywhere they want. They can move you. You can just get moved. They used to call it. They just ghost train you in the middle of the night. So you say you kicked off with someone, 2 days later you've been in your cell. They come in, lie gactyl you with the fucking injection, and you can't do it. Just cabbage like that. You can't do it out. You're like completely paralysed, and you can't do a thing. And you don't know where you're at. And they just put a fucking bag on your head, tie your boots, grab you, handcuff you, and throw you in the back of a fucking van. You wake up in another prison. They'll put you in the block for about 2 or 3 weeks, and you keep people, segregate you away from people, and then you haven't got a fucking clue where you're at. So you can't get family to come and see you. When they say they bat the fuck out you on the Friday, they'll move you on the Saturday because you've got a visit coming Saturday and move you right down the other end of the country. Oh, we don't know where he's gone. We've missed the paperwork, and by the time they get to let your family know where you've gone, the bruising's gone and all the fucking cut lips and all that have gone. So they used to do that. They can't do it now because the cameras. They can't get away with things that they used to. No more now. Most of them grassed them up. The old ones in the 80s were fucking all, and in the 70s were all ex-fucking screws, all ex-army. They were cunts, all of them were nearly all army with the big segs on, and the wankers used to walk around in the 80s when I was in 88, I think it was. I'd walk around marching with the fucking segs, banging the floor, steel little studs, marching like they were soldiers. Well, they were so ex-soldiers. Deliberately doing it and then banging the fucking door, banging like doing that. So everyone wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. They're coming at 4:30, 5 to work. You don't get up till about 5 or 6 o'clock. So they deliberately wake you up. I said, you have to fucking walk like that, you fucking idiot. I used to go mental at the door screaming at them. They never did it in mine in the end. But Mr. Mac was a good screw. He was sound. But a lot of them have got the softer shoes on now. So they haven't got them big fucking studded boots. Because the whole wing, you can hear them a mile away marching. Hey, son. 116 on 46. So when you're in there, you've just got to get what you get. So what used to barter with me, I used to barter with phone cards. So I used to get phone cards off people. And people would get tacking a little bit of cannabis and sell it to people, and I'd get my money for letting them do it. And you're only out 6 cards in each cell. But I was in where there was 8 cells that side, 8 cells this side, because we're in Havrick. It's all dorms, like army billets, like RAF billets from the war. So you're in there and you can barter with the cards. And I used to have a shop, a lad called Easty from Morecambe Bay, and he was next door. He was the fittest person I've ever met in my life, fucking unbelievably fit. And we used to get paid on the Tuesday, and by the Friday, people would have no left. So I'd have I'd book bagfuls and bagfuls of sweets and stuff. And I was like fucking porridge grouty, a Mars bar, Smith, sell for such and such, fucking billet, that's what they call billet number 6. You'd have his name on there, and you'd all like, say you got 2 Mars bars, or a marathon and a Mars bar, you'd have 2 Mars bars back and 2 marathons back, but giving them one. So you'd barter them like that, because they'd be all starving on the Friday and Saturday, then they come round the Saturday and Sunday, and then they get paid Tuesday, come round, you get fucking double your stuff back. But I used to play Easty every night, cards, Jack, 2s and 8s for about 8 months. He never won once. He was fucking shite. every night I beat him at cards. Everything else he could beat me at. He was a better runner than me. He was a better footballer than me. I wasn't a boxer or anything than me. I remember going in, it was full of Scousers. And I got to go down the gym for the first time because you go in this big wing, this big place. It's like a big induction place. Big, it's all made of metal. And the windows are like thick, not glass, it's like plastic, you can see through them. So when I come through in the night, I was coming in there. I was with a lad from Sunderland who came from Durham. Got shipped from Durham to there because went to Home House. I knocked somebody out in there. They moved me from Home House to Durham. I was in Durham and I ended up running that jail. So they moved me from there to Accrington. They went, oh no, we can't have him here. We don't want to be here. So they wouldn't let me in that jail. So then they took me to Haverick. But Haverick was, so when I got in there, I'm walking, a big massive steel building, still there now. And Adam Townsend, thank you very much. God bless your son. So I was walking along the floor, and it was metal floor as well. Metal floors, all metal doors and everything, and the thick plastic. So I'm walking, and I looked out over the side, and there was a fucking Cocker Spaniel with four socks on. So this Cocker Spaniel's got socks on walking. What the fuck? And I'm thinking, am I fucking being spiked or something? Thank you very much, Adam Townsend. Thank you, Racing You're a legend. Thank you very much. And you know what it was for? The dogs would go to the door and sniff. And they could sniff the fucking stuff under the door. You know, the cannabis, their noses are about 20,000 strands stronger than us. So if the dog, they wouldn't bark because they'd give it away. But they're walking with the metal floor with the nails that give it away. So they had fucking the socks on their feet, on the paws, walking. True story. And I'm walking and I'm stood there like, what the fuck are you doing? For the drugs. So the dog would go to the doors. And they'd write number 6 door, number 15, 12, and you'd need them the next day getting raided. So the dogs are grassing bastards, them Cocker Spaniels. Yeah, they're really one of the best sniffer dogs on the planet for sniffing drugs. They use them. We used to have them at the raves. What we used to do, we used to get somebody to go in with the E, get somebody to have a pocket of E, say 100 E in his pocket, have them in there for about 4 hours. And then he would then give them trousers to someone else when we got near to the place. So I had like a place there. So he'd have the trousers for 4 hours, a lad. And then he would give them to someone else who would give him clean trousers. But he'd walk in and they could still smell the stuff on his trousers because it'd be going through in your legs. Because it goes like a mushroom, the smell to him like a big mushroom like that. So he'd go woo 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 and be barking at him, but he's on. He'd give his trousers to somebody else and he's swap tracky bottoms that would be used. Swap tracky bottoms in the back of a van or something. And we'd have the 100E in somebody else stood next to him. So we know he's going to go to him like a mule. Bah, 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 like for hands up and all that, and put them on the wall and search him and all that, and take him in the office. And they'd search him in the office, which is my office. Same search him in their office, you're all right. I'll take him in the toilet, search him, we don't want him. But the resin, the smell off the smell off the ecstasy is still on the person because he's had them tracky bottoms on for 4 hours. He's changed them over to the other lad. So when they pull the other lad in, he's got them out of his pocket because they're in. You know what I mean? It's just that smells there. And that's how we used to get them in on the doors, on the rave doors, on the in the end. Because they used to have sniffer dogs. Cocker Spaniels were the worst. Sniffing Alsatians were good, but the Cocker Spaniels and those are miles better. Racing lady, thank you very much. Mickey, I do love your stories. Thank you very much. Yeah, all true stories, mate. Every one of them. People from Cumbria and Yormy, from up that way. Great people I met up there. One of the screws was called Evo. He was only little. He was a good lad. And I was in that jail and I just had run of that as well because I remember coming out one day, it was all mainly Scousers and Manchester lads, Blackburn, Cumbria, Carlisle, all around that, with Kendal, all them type of places. So when I went in, they used to call me Big Vern out of the biz. Hey, Big Vern, you get deaf names off people. And then when I'd done the boxing thing, I got this lad, I said, Moxie, they called him from Liverpool, she knows. Rolled that bag for his son, just like I did on the McIntyre one, but he hit it as hard as I could. He went, fucking hell, he said, you fucking killed someone if you hit me with one of them shots. So everyone in the gym just stopped training and looked at me and threw about 40 shots on the bag and they went, say, fuck that. And they were all like, and they all went back training. And he went and started talking to me this time. I got to know him. Nice lad he was. Really good kid. And yeah, it was good. So that was me letting them show where I could fight on the back, but that made that because they said to me, if I kick off again, I'm going to move it to fucking the Isle of Wight, which is where the IRA. I thought, fuck that, I'm not going on there because you've got to go all the way down to Portsmouth, I think, to get there on the ferry. I thought, or Albany was the other one that threatened me within Liverpool. So anyway, I'm in there, and it was all right. I think it was the best jail out of them all. It's like being at fucking going Carlton camp. You could train every day. I used to do me. I used to have the best job. I used to get £9 a week. It was like fucking hell. It was 1994, 95, 96. I was in 95, 94. I got remand 95, 96. I've come out at 97. Yes, it was like 95, 96. I was in there. And my brother was in a bad crash out, Jamie, and nearly died. I was like on the wing and they let me come down to talk on the phone. He was in a bad crash coming back from Scotland. He came out the sunroof. His arm come out and the engine was laid on his arm. Lost a big chunk out of his arm, big scar down his face. He was unconscious on the road, and there was no one on the road. It was fucking 4 or 5 in the morning, and he come off the road skidded with the wet pissing down. And out of all the things in the world, there was a car coming on the corner, and it was a fucking off duty ambulanceman. He was going home from he'd been out to see a friend. He was going home and he picked up. It wasn't for him. Now Jamie wouldn't be alive to this day. God, she fucking knows again. Yeah, so 111. I'm going to order Cartman. Cartman's on now. Hope you're okay, brother. The box. I think it's with the pup. You're in the bedroom. Fucking itchy my nose and with Eli as well. Both dogs are fucking the pup's molting like mad. I don't want to be a baby. He's got hairs everywhere. One got my fucking nostril. Halloween in the box. Yeah, John Usher, you okay, brother? Seen you for a bit. Yeah, so it's no good. Them jails are no good. It's just full of fucking rats. Years ago in the 80s, you'd go in, you'd all have a game of football, fucking hair up your nose. And you'd all play football. I used to play, they used to call me the cat, because I was fast for my hands. So I'd go and go and say, the Screws would be playing us, and I'd say, the lad, you fucking score, I'm going to knock you out as soon as this is finished. And you can't say that. You can't do that in the football. So I'd say, yeah, we're not fucking Wembley, we're only in fucking near Havrick. They used to laugh like fuck. But I used to mess about with them, a bit of fun. And they just so one day I came out and it had been snowing like fuck. And everyone was throwing snowballs. It was Christmas time, obviously. It was fucking freezing. So what happened? The Screws couldn't get there because it was like that thick, the roads. And the wheels were just spinning, so they used to get like a tractor with like a carriage on the back of it. It was like plastic all the way around it. And they used to sit on the screws, and they'd sit maybe 12 screws on there, and they'd pull them up in the tractors to take them to where? The screws, because they couldn't get there in the cars, middle of nowhere. And then when it was really, really bad, they couldn't get no food, so they had to come, the RAF, for the helicopter, and drop big parcels of food, no food for us to survive. So I used to work in the laundrette, and what I used to do, these tumble dryers are fucking huge, big industrial ones. I used to go on one of them, go to sleep for an hour on my dinner break. But he said, if you want to go to the gym, he used to let me go to the gym every day. They started relentless, but out with those. He, fucking hell. Little bastard, black hairs, white wears off the other way, like a Newcastle fan. So yeah, I'm still doing my head, can't get it out. I've got one of them things, still can't get the cunt out. The older you get, the more you fucking get to do. You ready? Yeah, so walking along anyway, they're all throwing snowballs, say 30 on that side, 20 or 30 on that side. And it was a Saturday morning, you used to be able to go to the gym early in the morning. You'd be able to go and get your food. And you come out of there and you could go to the gym for like 2 hours. So all people just watch the telly and stuff and go to each other's billets and stuff like that. It was called the camp, they used to call it. There was that many stabbings, loads of people getting stabbed on there. But it stopped when I went on. Loads of it stopped. And they were pinching out of each other's billets. So I went in the room where the telly is. And there was Man United playing Liverpool. It's a fucking 1995 final, I think it was, 1996. And Man U won the double. So they're all watching all the scouts. Go on, all the Man U won. So I turned it over to the African Queen, fucking all black and white for them. And they went, what do you fucking moan that? They went, no, it's all right. I put it on, I'm sat there, only about 2 minutes. I'm only fucking messing about. Turned it back on. Well, cheers, bye. Big fan, thanks. Fucking was class and all. So anyway, this day I'm going another day, on a Saturday it was. I'm walking. They're all throwing snowballs. There was a big lad there. He's dead now. He injected himself with the fucking stuff. there's the mogadons, them jellies. You inject, you drew up, put it in on the spoon, put the stuff on, with the lighter and that, and stuck it in his leg. Stuck it in his leg and never woke up, died. It congealed in his leg. Taken a gangrene, he fucking died overnight. Fucking terrible, terrible. Only about 22-year-old. He was a lovely kid and all, but he was one of them anyway. So they're all there. They're all throwing snowballs. So I'm walking out my billet. I start walking over. One of them went to throw it. You fucking dare! This is the lad who's dead now. I went, I'm only messing about, big van. So I walked through them. Not one of them from that side threw a snowball. Oh yeah, I was fucking working my ticket, as they say in that before. I got on with everyone. I stopped. There was two little black lads in there who were great kids from Manchester. They were getting bullied, calling them names and that. I said, fucking stop, leave these two kids alone. I'd jump on the table in the fucking diner or chair and say, listen, stop fucking bullying these, any of yous. If you want to bully anyone, fucking bully me. I was in the queue one night for the phone, and these little two young lads, about 20, they were both twins, they were brothers from Manchester, and they were both from stood there, only about 22, fit young lads, good kids. And they were next, they were first. I was second, and then this other bully come along and went, I'm before you, Joe. Black at C-U-N-T. Went, oh, you fucking talking you daft cunt. You know, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean I said, well, yeah. Well, I'm next, he said, after you. But I said, no, you're not. You're fucking behind me, and I'm behind you. They went, no, you can go before me, Brian, with the two young black lads. I went, no, just because I can fucking fight you, I haven't got the right to go in that queue before you. You stood there 20, 30 minutes. I'll stand in the fucking queue. I don't do things like that. I don't know, thanks very much. Then they come see me later on when they were getting out and said, oh, thanks for looking after us in here. But they were from a big, massive family in Manchester. I didn't know that. Like a really naughty family. So it's good to help people, isn't it? I hate fucking bullies. I can hate them. They always pick on people that know they can fight, don't they? Has he worked at, what's that he said? He worked at Haverick. Oh, Dad called Chris, Adam Townsend, Dad called Chris Townsend for 42 years in, was that Haverick you said there? 75, he's still working there now. You'll ask him if you'll remember me, to say the big lad Brian Cockerill, Big Vern used to call me. The Scrooge used to call me fucking grouty of porridge, because when I had all the stuff in my pad, you know, with grouty of porridge. And they come in, he's fucking got everything in, oranges and fucking apples and pears and fucking every fucking thing I had in the cell. And I never had a phone. I didn't want a phone, because if you get caught, you get fucking moved out. And I like getting on with everyone in there, because everyone's good. And there'd be people come in, but fuck all, I say, have you only got such and such? I haven't got now. I say, wait, and I'll get you some. Go back, come get fill the carrier back and say, yeah, get that for yourself. I say, I'll pay you back. I say, I'm paying back. Just get it. You've got it now. Just keep it to yourself. I never was ever greedy, never ever. But I never see somebody without tea and coffee or bread and fucking food, or struggling after people who smoke. I'd get them some baccy off someone. I'd get a bit of baccy on for lads. They say, lad just come in, he's got no baccy, he gives a bit, and the dog put a bit in the pouch for us. I'll go, your son, there's some baccy and some rollies, and all that stuff. Never greedy, always help people. And that's why I've got a good name. I never have a bad name. All the jails went in, I never got a bad name with anyone. Never ever got called names. Yeah, it was good. Good to be nice. John Usher, even Ram Radio. Yeah, Ram Radio, you changed your name, didn't you? And you come back again. I thought it was you the other day when I seen you trying to trick me. I thought, where the fuck's the horns gone off his sheep? You're feeling a bit sheep, are you? I don't tell him, I like that little dog. Yeah, there was another one in there called Action Man. I think it was called Action Man, or I think it was Action Man they called him. He was fucking massive. He was about 18 stone natural, and about 6'4". He was a little bit taller than me. Grey hair, about 50 odd year old. And he used to work in the where you do like lathes and that, the metal stuff, metal shop. He worked in there. But he used to come in the laundry and be all right, and he'd be all right, are you all right? I'm all right. And there was a little screw, he was class, he was only little, he was about 65, only about 9 stone, fucking brilliant bloke. So let me go. I used to do 3 circuits a week, where you do a full hour of sales, press ups, burpees, star jumps, no rest, not 1 second rest. You do a full hour. You used to do 50 minutes of that and run for 10 minutes around the place, then walk, to cool down. I was super fit, fucking brilliant. So he was in there. What was he called? It was Action Man. It was Action Man, something like that. Anyway, he comes in, the star was cheeky to him. He went, I'm not scared of you, you daft old cunt, he said, step outside from that area, Cumbria. So the lad went outside with him. The lad was like about 13, 14 stone, super fit. He used to do the circuit with us. The bloke went bang, bang, and knocked him clean out. And he hit him with 2 shots, fucking sparked him. All his nose was busted, everything. He said, do you want to report me to the screw set? And I said, no, he doesn't. It was a fair fight. He forgot about now. He screw said, yeah, I'll take that. I said, you all right? Go in there and get your food. So took him in. His nose was bleeding and that in his mouth. But the kid tried to throw punches and he couldn't get anywhere near him. The lad, he must have been, he looked like ex-army. So that's who I think why they called him Action Man. Yeah, he's always fucking having fights with people. But he never went there. Got your nicked. He never got you shipped out or one of them type. Jimmy, unlucky for ones locked up when 3 incidents. That must be 1,000 worse. I got locked up for fucking nothing. I got locked up just because I was in the fucking area. I got 110 days. I saved Chris Curry's fucking life. Fucking lad, 6 foot fucking 10. This lad was from America, and I saved his fucking life. It's in my book. And the fucking coppers nicked me for it. Helicopter cut the fucking house. You got all the fucking police were on the front, right the way around the fucking house, and they were all waiting with guns and everything. I went, I'm Spartacus out the top window, and they'd never kick my door in on my back door because of the firearm threat. They said if he's got a firearm in his hand, he's trapped. He will use it. But that's what's down on my records. He won't give up like fucking easy. So they wouldn't take the chance. So they'll try and talk you down, come out. I'll have them out there, and when they come in, I'll say, right, I want to get a shave first. I'll say, I'm going to the shower and get a shave. Look, I'm not going like a fucking tramp. I've been in bed all night. And they'll all be on the stairs, stood. We'll talk the bedroom, 3 or 4. And we can pass them underwear over and pass me that and give me my shave and give me that and just decide it and just let him get what he wants. I said, if we kick off your way all day, you know you will. So they went, oh, so I'm getting ready. So I don't like going to court, Scruffy, because you look to the periods in front of a judge, isn't it? So I always get a shave. I won't go unless the fucking, like the last time I had to go because my hands were crippled. I wouldn't have went if I was fucking fighting fit. I quite had no choice because I was fucked. I put a thing up last night, that little fucking snitch. He went, I put a post, what was it last night? He put a post up where all the coppers come for me and you see the police vans and that. He went, this was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Me and my life pissed ourselves laughing when you got arrested. Ha, ha, ha. But then when I found out that you'd been done and I found the newspaper you're in, where you sexually abused an old woman and a young child, and you got done and you were done in the newspaper in court. So, Mr. Tinfoil, can you elaborate, please, and tell us what newspaper it's in? And can you tell us what court I was in and what prison I went to and what police station I was charged in? Because you seem to fucking know a lot more than I know. Fucking snitch. So he's just trying to make people believe. He said, well, this is how pathetic he is because he's off his fucking head and that shit. He said, 30 years ago, he assaulted a woman called Dawn, sexually assaulted her, went in the house and pulled the dress off. She was 87, so I thought 87, 97, 117, 127. 127-year-old woman. She's still alive. She's got the court and get me done for 31 years ago. He's fucking balmy. He's fucking, so how the fuck, she must be the fucking corpse in the grave, is she? 127. Must be the oldest woman in fucking history. So he doesn't think before he says it because he's off his barnacle on the fucking alcohol and on the fucking loopy brown HP sauce. He put another one and saying, oh, you're going to jail again. And I thought, you've been saying that for 4 years. You've still sat here. You've been saying that about everyone. You're fucking mental. Martin Smith, love your stories, Brian. Always entertaining. But when you tell the truth, mate, and you tell a story, and it never changes. He went, all your stories never change. I said, well, if I told you a story, I said I'd fight with 3 lads and knocked them out in a pub and said it was in Africa's. And 2 of them had hats on and 1 had a gun. And I told the story a different way and said, oh, there was 4 lads and 1 had a machine gun and 1 had a fucking axe and 1 had a knife. So that's telling lies because it's not the same story. So if you tell a story from 1994 or 1991, it's still going to be the same story now, fucking 30 odd years later, because it's the same story. So if you change it, then you're lying. That's what you do, Tin Man. You make lies up about people, pretend things that aren't true. But everyone doesn't hear. That's why no one likes it. Jim Courtney has been shot. Dave Courtney has been shot. He's died. I know he died, but I don't think he got shot. People just fucking make shite of going there. He asked me to go down there a few times to the castle. It wasn't my thing. Not what they do down there. Not my thing. Yeah, Martin Smith. Thank you. Yeah, don't forget to push. Do us a favour, guys, while you're on. I'm trying to get to the 35 magic number, 35,000 for Christmas. So I need another 40. I think it's got another 43 people on to subscribe. It doesn't cost you any money. Just push the subscribe button. What it does, I can send you. If you come, when I put a post on, you'll see me sending a message to you saying you're on. It doesn't cost you a penny, nothing, but it makes my views go up. I'm just trying to get to 35,000. If you can do that, it'd be fantastic. And just leave a comment after tonight's show and push the like button, and that's all. I really appreciate it. It just helps me with my channel, and most people like it. And like people even commenting, "Oh, it's a great show" and things like that. Even if it was a shit show, whatever you want to think of it, it just helps with the algorithm it's called. So the channel gets bigger and bigger. We're up to, like I say, I think it's 740 something. So if we get another, I think it's about 40 something. We need 40, 50 people to subscribe. So anyone you know at home and out, just help me subscribe to the channel. It's free. Only thing is you would do as an old woman that holds their hand for help. Yes, me and Bobby saved the old woman in Durham Road. There was these fucking kids driving down Durham Road, coming from the other way where the train station is on the right, and there's a big bridge under there. And they're coming on the bend, and this old woman's going that way up the other end. And it's Durham Road. That's one of the biggest roads in England. It goes all the way to Durham. That's why it's called Durham Road. It goes all the way to the prison where the women are, with the women's prison in Durham. So, not the Durham jail. It's called Durham Road. So, me and Bobby's in the car, and we pulled up. I was in Audi A4, I think it was, the Audi A4. And these kids went past, stole the car. She drove straight into the wall. 66-year-old, only with pure white hair. She's like panicking, trying to get out of the car, and I grabbed her. Sat in the car, she's going, but can't. She thought she was on fire because when you hit them bags, the smoke comes out and done it like a dust of powder. She thought she was on fire. No, you're not on fire, you're not on fire, it's just the powder out of the bag. Anyway, she grabbed her hand and said, look at me, look at my eyes, look at me. Look at me, look at me. What's your name? I can't remember her fucking name like that, but it was about fucking hell, 8 years ago, maybe 9. I said, look, everything's okay. She said, my car's wrecked. I said, what's your husband called? Say, James, I think she said. I said, well, James won't be bothered about a car when you're his princess. How long have you been married? To 30 odd years. And I've got the grandkids. But I could just go to pick the kids up. So, well, yeah, there's God helping you. If you never, them kids never come around, if you never come like now, I'd come here, be on your own, wouldn't you? Nothing's happened to your kids, grandkids. You never picked them up, so that's God looking after you. So anyway, she's there and she's going, anyway, there's fucking the bus is beeping, so I'm on the middle of the road, directing the fucking traffic, and I can hear all the sirens coming. And anyway, this woman comes, she says, I'm a nurse from the North Tees Hospital, which was just about 2 miles away from where the crash was. She's panicking. I said, well, she's one of the ones in the casualty, and the casualty thing, she went, anyway, we've got fucking, must have been 8 cop cars come, fire engine, at the ambulance and all that shit. So I was saying, we're all right. And I was holding her hand. I said, I got on the phone. I said, listen, there's been a crash. The lady's hit the wall. She's got no injuries. She's definitely in shock. She's clammy. She's white. She's sweating a little bit. I've calmed her down. She's here. And as I was talking on the phone, she got out the other fucking side of the car. She started running across the road and the fucking bus near you. I had to grab her, pull her back off the fucking road. You got it behind the bus. She did where she was at. She wasn't coherent properly, which means thinking properly. And with the nurse went, oh, you did brilliant there. She was just froze to the fucking ground, this nurse. Anyway, these cops come. And they had a flat tire, and this cop went, oh, you need some air in that tire. The other cop was saying, are you for real? He's just saved a potential fucking massive crash. He saved that woman's life, pulled her out of a car, and you're going about a fucking tire with a bit of, he was fuming, this cop with this other one. It was a squaddy driver who was going about my car. I'm just saying he could do it, but he wasn't. He was being a clever cunt. And the other one said, the nurse, he's amazing what he's just done there. He's completely froze, she said. And I didn't know what to do. She said, he was just brilliant. He just orchestrated everything, and everyone's safe. So I thought, you fucking man. You always get one, don't you? Big, massive cop he was, huge. Yeah, shot in the head. Saying, oh, doing it yourself, fucking hell. I didn't realise, mate. God bless him. All the pressure, all the fucking shit in it, work and fucking money, and probably fucking struggling with money and things like that. A lot of people are fucking struggling with houses and paying bills. My mortgage is £80,000 a fucking month. It was £350, I think, I had a year ago. So it's gone up to fucking nearly £1,000. I think it's disgusting what they do to people. People are going to end up going on the streets. They'll have nowhere to live. That's tragic. Yeah, it is tragic, mate. I'd see anyone going like that. Any people doing things like that. It must have been really in a bad place to do that. Really bad place. God bless him. And Bobby Charlton yesterday. I went yesterday. God bless him. He played our football. Frank used to play football. He was in the youth team. Our Frank, he was only 14, 15, 16. There's a picture of him with not. I've got a picture of him and George. He's got a picture of him and George Best. He's got Sammy McRae was his best. He was the best man out Frank at his wedding. I've got all the pictures of them. And we went one night because he was allowed to go when you play for Man U in the youth team, whatever. You're allowed to go for life where you can bring 2 people every 6 months. You have to pay to get it. It's about 25 quid a ticket when it goes to like charities and stuff. It was Manchester City people and Manchester United who were there, but it was all about football goalkeepers. Alex Stepley was there, played for Man United. He said, we called him Dracula. I said, why did you call him Dracula? Because he was scared of crosses. We couldn't catch them. He'd freeze to the ground like fucking nurse. He was scared of crosses because he used to drop the ball. Then it was Harry Greg was there, who played for Manchester United, who went in the aeroplane when the Busby Babes crashed in Munich, and he saved 4 or 5 players' lives, dragged them out, and really got bad burns off it. Never let anyone know. But about 10 years later, they all come out. He just was a very quiet man. I think he's passed away as well. And there was another one there called Bert Troutman. And he was German. He was captured in the war, and he was kept in a prison camp in England. And when he got out, the war was over. He played for the football team, and they were playing football on the field for the FA Cup, I think it was. Fucking hair still doing me head. And he fell and he broke a vertebra in his neck. So they're going to take him off, and all still played for the fucking. I think he played all the way through. I think it was half time, and he still come back out. It's tough as all boat in them days. Fucking hell. People get a bang in the elbow, a little bruise in the fucking hospital. Yeah, so Bobby Charlton. So we're at the do. The other lad called Tony in the head because he has a big head. So you see, I'm getting a shower. I said, don't you be getting a shower before me because there's no water left because his fucking head's massive. And he was laughing at Frank. And we were in the Van Distelrooy suite, which was like just a little hotel. But they called that was a room. About 50 quid, 60 quid for the night. And we were going to the do. So Bobby Charlton was there in the foyer. And there's Bobby Charlton there. Because obviously I was a kid. I used to watch him as a kid. I watched him the other night. They're fucking shit now. Anyway, he said, do you want a picture, son? He said, you're a big lad. And he said, oh, I know the accent. I said, I'll be from Middlesbrough way. He said, I thought I could hear the accent. He said, it's where Brian Clough's from. I said, that's right. I said, but I used to go to school with him. He was just having the chat. But Frank was all right. And he said, all right, Frank. You knew Al Frank, obviously. We played in the same team. But he was only in the youth team, Al Frank. He wasn't in the big team. But he knew him well, as soon as he seen him. So I said, take a picture. So Tony went, take a picture of me and Brian. So I'm stood in the middle. No, Bobby Charlton in the middle. I'm at one side and Tony's here. So Frank, the new cameras, you push the button, it goes flash, and you've got to leave, and it flashes again. So he done that, and he put it down like that, and it got fucking our shoes. Fucking, I said, Mr. Charlton, just call me Bobby, son. And so I said, no, could you do me another favour? I said, he's messed up with these new cameras. He said, oh, I'm no good with them either. He said, oh, we'll do another one. Did another one, he's done the same fucking thing. And then so I got Bobby Charlton, picture of Bobby Charlton's feet. But we've got all the other pictures of the football, George Best statues and all that there. I'm going to go back again with him next year. How Jamie went around the end, he was in the toilet and that felt like Ferguson walked in. It's like I do. It was a comedian there. Oh, he was funny. There was another one, I can't remember his fucking name. I always forget his name. There was another one on where he was from Manchester, Man City supporter he was. And they were on about George Best saying he was the best player. He said he was better than Ronaldo. He was the top player. He said, Harry Craig, he said, this little dad come 14, 15-year-old, a little black-haired lad like that, he said, called George Best. I mean, goal, he said, because he's a fucking big lump for a goalie, about 14 stone, big man, Irish he was. And he's George Best went woof, did like that twice. He went that way, and George Best put the ball through his legs and scored, he went. So he says, oh, then another go. He did it again to him. Then the third time you do it again, I'll break your fucking legs, he said to him. So George said, fuck that, and he forgot it because he was only little, but George Best. Yeah, but he was there. It was good. So we were there with all these footballers, and he was one of the World Cup. Bobby Charlton won the World Cup. He won the European Cup with George Best, and he was the first English team to do it. And he also won the World Cup. So, and countless Premiership titles he won. So, and he was the biggest goal scorer I think Harry Kane's beat his record now, but he was phenomenal player. Sadly, he's gone now. So, but yeah, what a legend he was. But yeah, George gone as well. Lord Henry, it's been a great evening, Brian, and a good night, everyone. Yeah, Lord Brian Henry, I'll see you soon, Brian. Son, love you all the world. You know that I'm always there for you, mate. Wonder if they find Davis. Find Davies. I don't know what that means, that. Davis. Next time, enjoy your evening. Next time. Yeah. Thank you very much. God bless you. Person lady. How long have we been on? An hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, so when you go to jail, it's not a good place to go. And these kids, my dad's in jail. They think it's great that their dads are in fucking jail. It's the in thing now. Fucking hair's got them in there. I cannot get it out. I feel like a little hair in my nose. It's always something like you'll get it somewhere, won't you? Your face like a spot, and you'll think like I'll get that little bit out, and you get a bit of spot. You'll get it off somewhere or something. Then you're fucking like it's like that, isn't it? You think in your head it's like a fucking it's like a kickball, and then you look in the mirror, probably it's about as big as a fucking pin head or something. You're like fucking spot there. People are going to think I've got spots in. You always make things worse than you do, don't you? Ricardo, the spots. Most cases. Yeah. Yeah, so I was going to say, so yeah, it's not fucking good going to jail. If you're going to do something, be in college, go to college, even if you're only 30 or 40, 50, you can still do it. It's fucking just learning. It's like going to school. You first go to school, it's hard, but it's worth it when you do it, like a 2-year course or something. Be a plumber, and be an electrician or something. I always do 2 courses, but one to fall back on in case the other one there's no work. You've always got 2, but if you're like a plumber or electrician, you're always okay because you're usually in the house all the time, aren't you, when you do electrician jobs and plumbing jobs. So they're good jobs then. And you go in the army and do them as well. The army's a good job if you do it in like as a plumber or an electrician or something like that, where you fucking building things like Royal Engineers is a good job. Build bridges, don't they? I was in the Royal Engineers, not just as an army cadet for the there was a Lance Corporal in there, like fucking yeah, Mr. Manring. You know, I've been listening to that on the radio last week. Yeah, but when you're in jail, you just got like it's a fucking night. It's a scary place, especially if you're young. We had a little kid. He was only he was 22, but up to 15. I said, get him out, paddle him. He's going to get tortured with all the years. So we were in a place called Wheelston in Leeds, and it was next to the football, Liverpool. The Leeds training ground. We had this young kid, he looked about 15, he fucking dead scruffy, he's a state. One of them, they've got 16 written on the wall where they're fucking living, engines all in the garden, or one of them type of kids, and fucking engines in the kitchen and fucking oil everywhere, building stuff. But he was called him a little belter. Mark Steele was with us, and a lad called Dave Honeywell. Dave's a forensic scientist now. He's fucking clever as, and he's a scientist as well, Mark Steele. And we had him with us. He used to get us all the stuff, and we'd look after him, make sure nobody bullied him. It was good. But yeah, it's we used to be in the pads there, and Mark used to hold them. Oh, I'm not holding my leg. My fucking hands are killing me with you. And I was saying, just how he was saying, no, Dave's going to legs bad. And we'd make excuses so they didn't hold the pads. So I used to fucking really wobble them. Because I used to hate it when they pull them back like that, because I used to fucking jam my shoulder. I said, keep it still so I need it hard. And move it about so because I didn't like them still. I'd like them doing that with it so I could hit the target. And when I did it, the jump, I could feel them, the shoulder jump out a bit. Your fucking hands are killing me, they'd say. So we only had these. We had these gloves weren't great. We had, and we used to do. We had them in the cell with us. Someone would give us them when they went out. But you could go over the fence then. What they used to do, lads, they used to go down. There was a lad there. He used to go over the fence, and it'd be £1 for a tin of red stripe, and you'd give him 2, so you'd have 3 tins. So on the week you'd have like 3 drinks. Be drunk. I used to have like 2 or 3, and I'd be fucking drunk. I phoned Bam Bams to get me picked up. I'm going home. I'm fucking sick of it here. You've only got fucking 2 months to go. Fuck off. I'm not coming. I said, you better come now. I'm going to fucking batter you. He went, you're going to have to beat me up then. And he wouldn't come for me the next day. I phoned him. I'm glad you never fucking come. Yeah, it was good. Good lad. Bam Bam passed. Another one passed away. 159 thumbs up. Yeah. But it's nice to be nice to people. It's fucking scaring people and bullying people, and I don't like it. Taxing drug dealers totally different. The tin man going, oh, when he got me, he went, oh, what the biggest man ever, Brian Cockerill, the best gangster ever, the best Saddam. Now he calls me all these names, yeah, because I found out what you were and I told everyone the truth about you. And that's what you can't handle now, because everyone believes me, because I don't tell fucking lies like you. You're the liar. Paul Sykes movie, he's fucking rags as a cooker. Put that on last night. They're in Wakey now and they're making a movie, so I phoned my mate just to make sure. He went, is the fuck? There's not a soul down here making a movie about him. It's just all his own cooker head. The wage difference between players now are astronomical. Well, it was before Timmy B, when they were playing. The best £1 million player was Sarah Francis, and when they used to play football in the 60s, you'd be at work and you get £300 wages at British Steel. The footballers might get £400 or £500. That'd be it. They weren't on massive wages. They were only on a couple £100 more than the average man that worked on the streets, who worked in like libraries and worked in fucking prisons and things like that. So it didn't get a great deal. It was later on, and obviously the sponsors and all that coming in, Coca-Cola and Van ads and all that. So that's where it's gone. It's not about, see, the Leeds United were the toughest team ever. Peter Lorimer, Billy Brenda, they kick your fucking legs off them. Peter Lorimer could kick a ball over 100 miles an hour. Phenomenal fucking strike. The team were all tough, but they're all just like bash street kids. Just kick your legs off you and fucking boot you all over. They were a tough team to play. Good teams, but yeah, it's totally different now. It's fucking all about money, innit? There's that fucking young kid there, Sancho, plays for Man U. He's on £300,000 a week. He hasn't fucking played. He's refusing to play a game because the manager said, you're not playing. So imagine if you were at work and you were cutting the mustard, or you were saying, oh, you're slacking a bit here. Fucking, he's done fucking, he's welded 10 whatever wheels and you've only done 6. You've got to keep up there. You're going to have to lose your job. Or if you work on, I don't know, fucking delivering stuff and you've only delivered fucking 4 loads and somebody else has delivered 10 or 12, you're letting your work colleagues down, and the factory has to run up some smooth to get these things done. So he's refusing to go on because they said, well, why wouldn't you play Sancho? I said, because in training, he's not given enough. And he's not so he's like, it's like a little thing to push them more. It's got enough. He's calling me names, he's doing this. Now, I remember Jap Stam. They were one of the best defenders in the world. He was playing for Man U, and he'd written a book, and he called Ferguson with the hairdryer thing and all that shit. He used to call him because he should scream at you. It was like a hairdryer drying. It was Roy Keane called him the hairdryer. And I remember Jap Stam right at the bottom of the book. He went, "Are you all right, boss?" He went, "Yeah, I'm all right." He said, "You, when you get back," we said, "Yeah." He said, "Go in your locker. Get all your clothes, get your gear, and fuck off, and don't come back. You're sacked." Sacked him, and you sacked him outside the petrol station, going to work on fucking. That's how strict he was. Wouldn't take no fucking shit. So then, the other one was Keane. Roy Keane was fucking brilliant. So he got awarded 50 grand a week playing football. One of the best midfielders ever in Ottoman history. Him and Gerrard, fucking brilliant. So they were like top players. So she was going out there. Posh Spice went, "I'm not putting this." So she went in the office, answering the door, opened the door and said to Alex Ferguson, "Why are you giving Roy Keane £50,000 a week when David's only on 20,000? You went, "Get the fuck out of my life. Don't ever come." I kicked it out of Manchester, kicked out the ground, kicked it out the fucking, right the way out the fucking, she couldn't come into the building. Don't you ever dare come to my fucking office again. And I felt 2 years let her back in the building, but she could only go in the seats. She couldn't come in the building. She wasn't allowed. So that's how strict he was. A bit like fucking Bob Thingy from Liverpool. He was a great manager. He was a great manager. Brilliant managers. Busby Babes, another great manager. Brilliant managers. They wouldn't say, but George Best used to be a cunt. And they went, "You're not bigger than Man United." Nobody's bigger than the football club you play for. No one's bigger than anyone in everywhere. Whatever work you're in, like a postman, no one's better than anyone else. They're all doing the same job. So if somebody's hiring you and you're the boss, obviously you've got to do as you're told. So some people, because he's going 300 grand a week, he thinks he's a great football and all that fucking shit. He's refusing to play now. So they fucked him off. I think he's going to fucking where the desert is, out that way for them lot. Get him sold. Right, guys, I'm going to shout. I'm absolutely shattered. My side's killing me. I'll just come on, just do a quick at the night because I'm starving. I've left my tea upstairs. But I thought that was for young lads watching it. It's not a good place to be, jail. You're in there, fucking sitting in your bed, fucking with all your family, Christmas, all the kids with the firework nights, all the kids you have. You don't see your kids, you don't see your family, you don't see your mum, you don't see your dad, you don't see them growing up. You sat there and somebody will get you to do another job and you get out and you go with them and you get more fucking, you learn more trades in there, burgling and robbing, and you go in like a white collar crime, come out like a fucking top of the range fucking burglar, pinch any car, burgle any house. It's not a good thing. Don't learn that. Learn a trade and get out of the jail, get into a fucking place and get a job. Honestly, life's miles better. Right, guys, thank you very much for listening to me. And don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. And if you can subscribe to the channel, it doesn't cost anything. It's just to try and get that 35,000 that we've been stuck at for the last few months. Where's my thing gone? There it is. Thanks for listening to me. And you've been a great audience. Shit. Things too. Brilliant.